question last time.
Yeah.
Do you feel that perhaps you betrayed this movement, that they saw a new phase? And we've had what Dismas and husband have talked about, taking the matters and exercising Article 1. But do you think that your approach was not very conducive to some quarters?
You know, I've said time without number that a revolution is not a popularity contest.
Yes.
I do not care for ratings. I do not care for whether this person likes me or not. Mm-hmm. If we have good governance, if we have a war on graft, if we have accountability in government, I will go back to whatever cocoon I came from. Because remember, nobody gave me a letter and told me now we are deploying you to the streets. And nobody should think that they have the right to deploy me from the streets. Again, I say, like I've said before, I've never hidden any of my moves. I said that now I realize that people are taking a political angle. There were people who are actually coming into the movement thinking that they would be the thought and opinion shapers. And in a leaderless movement, if we were to just paint a picture of what our movement was, when we said we are leaderless, we claimed that the leaders who have been in power do not speak for the common interest of the Mwananchi. That is why we do not want to claim their leadership. When we said we were tribeless, we did not mean that we do not acknowledge what our tribes are, because it will get to a point where for our country to have the collective healing, we will have to sit down and unpack what this monster of tribalism is. I come from several collectives, but one of the collectives that I come from is the Luo community. And you can see the people who are in leadership from the Luo community have felt disenfranchised for over 60 years. And now, for them, it feels, for that community, it feels as though they have consistently been relegated to the opposition. That, until we can heal what that thing is, we can no longer hide from that tribelessness. So when we said we were tribeless, we were saying that for far too long, tribes have been used to divide us. And we are claiming that for this particular cause, we will not allow ourselves to be divided alongside tribes. When we went to the streets on the 25th of June, which was the culmination, when the people took back the power which they had donated to legislators, we said we were partyless, because the parties then did not seem to fight for the interests of the people. Therefore, I keep on asking people that you cannot look at me and faithfully or honestly claim that if I was not your leader, I have betrayed you. Because I also have the democratic right to pursue other methods. What I had promised myself after seeing the things that I saw, because remember, I was in the front line. And I saw things. I saw people make money off of the protests. I saw some of these people who were yapping. There's a lady who was insulting me on some television station. She stole money meant for mobilization and lied that she was going to bring 100 youths to the streets. And she did not. After seeing the skullduggery that was happening in this movement, I said, I want to be in a place where my work will not just only be leading the children of the working poor to the streets to get shot at without any sustainable change. So the only people I betrayed are tribalists. The only people I betrayed are the people who felt like they would have used me for media interviews and now they can no longer use me. And the people I joined hands with, because I made a very calculated opinion. I analyzed and said, I am moving into a space of political activism. And people have done it differently. People like Morara have formed a party. At its formation and its inception, to be fair, we were on different sides of the divide. It was a time issue, whatever it was. But of the existing parties in our democracy, the Orange Democratic Movement is the one that promised the most change. And I keep on saying, if I am as insignificant, why do the people still keep on, I don't know how many months later, bashing me?